Continuing on with 7.3, the law of cosine. When do we need to use the law of cosine? If you have a side angle side. So let's start, or a side.
I was about to say that.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's crazy.
If you have a 21.
I should name my boat Side, so it's SS.
But wouldn't it be a, never mind. And a 40.
What does
A, B.
SS stand for?
Alright, we're moving on. If I give you a triangle, an ABC triangle, and you have a side angle side, can you find all of the missing sides and angles? Yes. Where should we start? The third side. You have to find the missing side first. How are we going to do that?
Can you?
Formula.
The law of cosine formula that says what? So in this one, we're going to use a little a. So a squared equals.
B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine.
There's a formula. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
So when we plug things in,
Are you recording?
yes, I am, equals 21 squared plus 40 squared minus 2 times 21 times
Reminder.
40
Degree
times.
mode.
They should all be in degree mode.
Thou shalt be.
So if you're going to plug this into your calculator, it probably will work if you just plug in the number straight across.
I do a bunch of parentheses just to make sure.
Yeah. When you got this number, did you get this? Decimals, and that's still a squared, right? So second square root, second answer. We get a is what?
30.
30. So we don't need that 0.27970, yada, yada, yada. No. I know, but that was a square, right? Now, the question is, if you want to stop there and you're like, hey, well, I got 916, that's A, does that make sense? No, especially not with side lengths that are 21 and 40. That goes back to the sum of any two must be greater than the third. So we know it has to be less than 61. Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, it's smaller side first. That's what you
Okay. Tyler went back. Tyler went back and found there were rules, weren't there, when we did this with the side angle side. Once we found the missing side length, you have to find the smallest angle first. So after the side, with a side angle side, you find the missing side, then the smallest angle.
That's so weird. Like,
Why the smallest stuff?
Because you're going to use the law of sine.
well, I
And we need a small number. Because remember, with sine, it could be an acute angle or an obtuse angle, and it will give us the same number. Okay? So, if we know we get the smallest angle, so which one are we going to? C. So, I need sine 48 divided by 30 equals sine C over 21. Yes, ma'am.
It was weird because since I did like the bigger side first, and then like whenever it was like 82 or something, and then the C was like 50, but then it was like 50 degrees has the opposite side of 21, but then 48 is 30. So I was like, that's not right. And I was
All of a sudden, the very first practice problem that we do, it matters. So angle C, what did you get? 31. Okay, so how do we find angle B? 180 minus 31 minus 48.
101 degrees.
So we found the two missing angles and the missing side. Yes, ma'am.
Did you send one of those for homework for the weekend?
I did actually.
Can we check this? 'Cause I don't know if I did it right.
Yes. It's on my desk. I had forgotten, but I wrote it down and put it on I would have found it at some point in time today. Friday's homework problem. This was actually one from the book. It looks exactly like the one we just did. There was a 12.9 and a 15.4 and a 42.3. This was a problem from Friday, and I started you out finding it. I gave you A squared equals 12.9 squared plus 15.4 squared minus 12.9. Some of this is the worst thing is writing it out. Cosine 42.3 degrees. So if you plug all of that in your calculator, and you got 109, so square root is 10.47. Did everybody get 10.47 when you did this? If we're doing decimals, we probably need 10.5. And then smallest angle, what are we solving for? I almost guarantee we need B first.
I got error.
Why?
Not sure.
When you found B, when you found angle B, or up here?
Up there. Yeah.
I would need to look at your calculator. What did you?
Oh, never mind. I see what I did. One of my parentheses was not.
Ah. What did you get for B? 55.8. What did you get for C?
81.9.
81.9. What did you get?
114.
How?
I don't know.
I mean, you got B as 55.8
I guess I just.
and A as 42.3. Did you just subtract them from 180? What did you do? Did you use the law of sine again?
I don't think so. Maybe I just typed it wrong.
I mean, the first time I did, I got 131, but I didn't type 55.8. I typed 5.8.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw that pretty quick. I'm like,
That'll do it to you.
and I mean, and I immediately knew that, oh, that is very wrong. 81.9. That was from Friday. Okay. Now, I feel like we can do this pretty easily. What happens? So I think, do we all have side, angle, side? Pretty good. Find the missing side, find the smallest angle, then just subtract 180 to get the other angle. Okay? What happens?
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Why do we have to find the smallest angle first?
Okay, I explained it twice. I'll explain it again. If you have an angle, and we're using the law of sines, right, to find angles. Yes? If you use the law of sine and find the bigger angle, in the first quadrant and the second quadrant, sine is going to give you the same number. Okay? But it might not be an acute angle, it might be an obtuse angle, and you just don't know that I need its supplementary angle. Okay? So if you find the smallest angle first, we know it has to be acute. Right? Because you can't have more than one obtuse angle. So when we subtract from 180, we will find our obtuse angle. Okay? So if you have your acute angle first, you know you're going to get it right. Okay? Because when you get that decimal, sine will give you two different answers. It will only give you one, but there really are two answers. Okay?
Okay.
If we have 3 side lengths, 6 feet, 9 feet, and 11 feet. With 3 side lengths, do you remember the rule in that little box that we wrote down? The largest angle first. So in a side, we want the largest angle first. Always. So then it doesn't matter where you go. So what is the largest angle? Angle B. So what should be first? What should be first in our equation? 11 over sine B.
Is it?
Are you doing
law of sine?
What do you have to use the law of sine?
I mean, I know. I didn't know how it was gonna work, but that's what my notes said.
You need at least one angle.
So find the largest side, largest angle using the law of cosine. Then you find the other missing angles with the law of sine. Okay? So, what should our equation look like? What should go first? B. So B squared equals A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cosine
B.
B. Okay? Fill in what you have. Now I think everybody, no, stop. This is not the rule this year. Usually in trig class everybody's in physics. And you're not.
I am.
Oh, yeah, we don't know how to find it.
No, I mean there's only one missing item.
We got this.
Okay?
Yes.
It's usually when they're in physics they'll do it one way that I never do it that way. Dr. Kearns would solve for angle B first. And I never would ever do that. Oh, longest. because the biggest question is right here. Can I subtract 36 plus 81 minus what's 12 times 9, 108? No.
Yeah, it's
Is it? What? Okay. The biggest thing is you cannot subtract. Ooh, that's a plus. 117 minus 108. Okay? Why? Because it's connected multiplied by cosine B. So you're going to subtract 117 from both sides. And that's 34.
That's 4.
Negative 108 cosine B divided by 108. And then you get inverse cosine. Second answer. What do you get? 92 degrees. Okay?
Which means your big answer.
120.
What?
Yeah.
Your big answer.
Well, that's equals a squared.
What equals a squared?
120. Or that equals b squared.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What?
Yeah. Yep. Wait,
What are you solving for?
the wrong thing. Wait, never mind. You don't even need that because it already says 11. Yeah, my bad. It's fine. Never mind. Yep.
Okay, I was like, wait.
Nope. You don't listen.
Okay, so we found an angle B. If you would rather rearrange first, because that's what Dr. Herms does. No?
Yes.
No, it helps me know numbers.
I have to do it this way. If you can keep track with doing it this way,
As long as you
I
get the
don't-
right answer. You do you.
yes. And don't forget this negative sign. There's a lot of things that can be mixed up on this one. The last one, you had everything on the right and you just punched it in and it was easy. Finding the angle is not as easy.
It's not awful.
It's not awful. But I've seen kids that,
The negative sign could like mess you up.
yeah, I've seen kids that were not great math students being able to rearrange it easier. So if I were doing it, somebody might say it's b squared minus a squared minus c squared. All divided by this equals cosine b. That's what you can do. That's rearranging solving for cosine b. So I can subtract a squared and I can subtract c squared. Then I'll divide by a negative 2ac. Yes? You can write it down if you want it. You don't have to use it. It's the same thing as what we just did. You'll get the same answer, I promise. Wait, were we finished with that problem? No, all we had was one angle. Where do we have to go next?
All of sine.
Law of sine, does it matter which angle we do next? No, it doesn't.
Because you already found your obtuse.
You've already found the obtuse angle.
So the other one's just going to be
Both others have to be acute, so you can do sine 92 over 11 equals, doesn't matter, sine A over 9. No. No. What did you get for angle A?
55 degrees.
How did you get 34?
I didn't get any of that.
Okay, well, did you get 92 with us?
No.
Did you say 4 divided by negative
I
108?
did 90. Cause I,
Why'd you get a 90?
oh.
Instead of 92? That would matter.
Okay.
That's okay. It's finding those pieces if we mess up. Oh, I just typed it in wrong.
Except for stick fix, I did it right.
So, do you want to figure out how you got 34? Did you find angle C first? Okay. Do you know how you got 34? Did you solve angle A first?
I rocked it over. The wrong place.
Okay. Alright. Can we do another one? Can you do one on your own? Yes, of course you can. What if I just give you I don't like that one. Alright, what if A equals 25.4 centimeters, B equals 42.8 centimeters, and C equals 59.3 centimeters? Can you find the missing angles? Which one are we starting to solve first?
C.
C.
These are big numbers.
They're big numbers. You mean with the squares and stuff?
No triangle.
It is a triangle. Anybody have an answer?
61.
It's not, no.
My number got too big for the left side.
I got 118.2. What
Whoa.
about 61? 61?
Yes. I rounded it up.
So it's 1,000.
Dang it!
You sign.
I forgot
No,
to square
this is
59.
It's 1,089 on the
No,
left side.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
That was it.
What?
1,800.
It won't go up.
So you
Tell me how you plugged it in.
so it should be 1,039 over
Oh, this is what I did for not writing it all out. Oh, and I need a
here. And
decimal
it's
place.
divided, not
I don't even have to say decimal. I didn't round anything. Nothing whatsoever.
I
And
rounded up.
I didn't get the same answer that the book did. Five-
Oh, I got 118.56.
118.2. You got 5.6.
This is crazy.
I got a 0.2.
I got.
so you get two.
I think it's just like I rounded up.
Oh.
The only thing I did is round was the fact that it was negative 1.
Okay, then it's everyone.
Did you get 118 now?
I got 118.2. Why won't it work? Okay, don't do the raisins. In the square bracket. So you see better to out 4 squared plus, what would you get, 22.8? 42.8. 42.8 squared. Yeah.
But you see, I think I typed it all right.
No. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure. Like I did it individually because the plugging all in. And so I had. Yeah, and then I divided it by
Where did you get this 35,000?
59.3.
You, can I show you what you did? You did a squared plus b squared minus 2 times a equals ac. 2 times ac is what I got to dividing.
Oh.
That's the issue. Oh, so now, after the first one, after I wrote everything out, you were fine with it. Okay? I give it to you to do on your own, and we've
I
got,
we did good.
I got it.
okay. Couple people did. I have more than I like. Wrong. Way too many people got the wrong answer or errors. Whether it was plugging in a number incorrectly, subtracting these before we were dividing. Okay? Several. If you got the error, that's probably what happened to you. Okay? I did not. Because I know in everything that is in me. When I get these big decimals, I actually pull out and do it the other way. I simply plugged in my calculator. Do you want me to show you what I plugged in my calculator? Yes? I wish I could just say, hey, look at this. If it will pull up. We're going to run out of time soon anyway. I can already feel it. Yeah.
I don't like side. It's my least favorite.
Okay. There we go. So let's see our numbers. Oh.
Just because it takes the most work.
You actually have to think. And you don't like that.
Well, it's not bad.
Yeah.
You have to think on a lot of problems that are pretty easy.
All right. In my calculator, calculator, if I'm showing you this, I'm doing 59.2 squared, and I'm going to subtract 25.2 squared.
You're getting pretty fast on that digital.
It's 25.4.
25. See, and we can all make the mistake of putting in the wrong decimal. 42.8 squared. Okay, I'm going to give you a hint. Your calculator knows PEMDAS. It knows it's going to square all three of those before it subtracts anything.
I got 118.
No way.
Okay, and I'm going to hit enter. And I get this number. Yes. Then I'm going to divide. Now I'm going to use parentheses because I need a -2 times the 25.4 times the 42.8. I'm going to end my parentheses. So now I'm dividing by this number over here. Okay? And I'm going to hit enter. And so I have cosine C equals this decimal. By the time you get there, you have to have a decimal. It can't be more than 1. Can't be less than, it has to be between -1 and 1. That's your range. So I'm going to hit inverse cosine, second answer. What? That is, because I'm in radian mode. I'm like, on here I'm in radian mode. That's what, I'm like, this is exactly why I don't do this. Okay, go back to radian mode. And watch this, I can go back up and copy. I'm going to take this and copy. Divided by, will it let me do this? We're going to pretend. Going to delete. And I'm going to delete. Enter. So I got the same decimal number. I can do some second cosine, second answer. Woo! 118.2 degrees.
Oh man, I rounded wrong.
What did you round?
119.
I did that too.
Did you get 0.5 or did you get 0.2?
I got 0.5.
I had point.
Oh, I had
a
that
problem originally.
Oh, I got 0.5. Why did I get 0.5?
0.56.
Because you rounded, we all rounded while we were doing it, and she just took the exact numbers.
I took exact numbers and
Wait, but I mean, I didn't round while I was doing it though. So I found out
So what if that happens?
that 59.3 squared minus the 25, all that is 1,039.49.
Oh.
I found out what the -2 times 25.4 plus 46.8 is that. So I divided that.
I got a 6.4. How did I get a 6.4? Well, oh no. Different number, never mind. I'm not, I mean, that's why I want decimals. The book actually gives this as the answer. The book got 5.7 also. Or got a 0.5 something. Well, they rounded it up to 0.6. That's what the book has. And that's, I'm like, whoa, I got decimals. I'm like, the book must have rounded somewhere because I didn't. I got 118.2.
You looked at us wrong.
No, but that's why I like to see that decimal place. Even though there's 3 sig figs, they give a decimal place for everything, and the book actually gives a decimal place for all of them. I don't know.
Oh wait.
The
here, wait,
joys
scroll
of
up.
sig fig. Yes.
You got 1,027.64. I had 1,039.49. So
When you just did the squares minus,
Oh, because it's 59.3, not 59.2 squared.
I put a 0.2 in all of mine.
We have found it.
We we have found the 3. Yes, we will just go and not do the entire thing over again. Woo! It matters, but does it matter?
Yes.
Alright, so can you do some problems? I think we have a whole other minute. We're gonna do some homework.
Oh God.
From 7.3, we're gonna start with that's on page 326, where Justin and Prince went to the first time to do problems, and they're like, no. We're gonna do numbers 9. We're gonna start with through 14. Side, angle, side, side, angle, side. We need some side, side, sides. We're gonna do through 16. It's only 8 problems.
Okay, thank you.
Now, 9 through 12, they don't use a calculator. I think you can handle it. Also, 9 through 12, you only want one angle or one side.